welcome back to Command Wolf Gaming. I'm CWG, and welcome to Plasma, your engineering playground. That's right, folks. This is actually another building game that we're actually bringing to the channel. I looked into this a little bit, and I really like the aspects of this building game. Like it implies, this is actually kind of like a more engineering style game. Now, you guys know I played Scrap Mechanic. I also played Trailmakers as well. I did some fantastic over-the-top builds in them, but there is always a limiting factor in regards to programming and also the amount of time you can put in there. And, you know, there's certain aspects of things that you cannot change as well. Be it that there's build limits. If you build too much in Scrap Mechanic, you end up lagging out the game, and then you can't do anything anymore. I've showed that so many times on Twitch streams, where I was building a fantastic structure, but as soon as I take it off the lift, everything goes to heck. Then in Trailmakers, you only can build vehicles to a certain size using X amount of blocks. And then you only have, in both cases, programming in using only logic gates, if that is AND, OR, and XOR, as well as their counterparts NAND, NOR, and XOR? I don't know what the last one is. Anyway, but in this game, it's actually completely different because it actually allows you to get access to like blueprints, schematics, and everything that actually allows you to do different things, different programmings and stuff like that, which allows you to do exciting things like this. See this little RC car here. Now, typical in Scrap Mechanic and Trailmakers, the only way you can do a RC car is if you physically download a mod to support it. So, but in this game, look at that. I'm able to control this little vehicle like so. And I'm not even moving. I'm moving the controller on here, so that is excellent. Now, if we hit the lights, boom, lights are on. Can hit it again, and boom, lights are off. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And we can build stuff like this. Now, if we go over here, we got a little example of a robot here. If we hit the release button, I like to say R is the release button, right? But then when you want to like pick it up again, it doesn't. It's the same button. It's not H for hold, but you know, a good example of that. Then we got this cool little thing. Like, look at this. Right now, it does say on the front, "Do not touch." So I don't know if I should touch it. Maybe I should touch it. You know what, guys? If you guys want me to touch it, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below, because all the subscriptions do help out the channel, and I'll touch it. And I'll touch it. Ready? Ready? Oh, I'm getting itchy touch it. Did you hit that subscribe button yet? Did you? Did you? Did you? Did you? Did you? Did you? I think you did. Okay. Look at that. And there it goes. Boop. Okay. We're going to take a look at that in a second. But look at this. Like, watch. I can control the hand. And it does different things like "rock on, my buddy," or "peace and love, my friends." And yeah, this car. So this is actually pretty cool here. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna throw it that way because we don't need it. Go away. Okay, or stay there. I don't care. All right, so we got this vehicle here. So if we can pick this up, we can go over here. And this is how easy it is to actually build in this game. All you have to do is actually, you got to hold it up. And you can actually see the connection point through the object, which is fantastic. I know in Trailmakers and Scrap Mechanic, it's often really, really hard to see where you're actually connecting to. But with that, you can actually physically see. Now we can release this. And let me get onto the vehicle here. And look, we can open up the hood from inside. We got a horn. We got lights. And this is a fully functioning or partially functioning car. I believe there might be some additional controllers in here that we would have to look into, but the game isn't really fully out yet. There is a lot that we would have to look into with the game, but it's in early access. Oh, look at that. I wonder what's underneath the hood. Can I get access from the outside? Okay, there we go. And we actually got stuff underneath the hood in there. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, so let's go over here. Now, this is actually a fantastic little device. There's actually another fantastic little device over there as well. We'll get to that in a second. But if we hit this is an actual lamp. This is kind of like a street lamp here. If we hit that, boom, it's on. Now, we can actually increase the intensity of this, so it's actually emits a lot more light or none, depending on what range we want to put in there. Now, if we go to range, we actually can increase how far this light goes out. Now, if I put it down to, like, let's say 12 here, or 30, whatever, yeah, that's good enough. See, it's even though it's the intensity is at 100%, it really doesn't go far. But if I put it all the way up, you can see how it's reflecting off the wall back here. Then here we are. This is actually the fantastic thing that everybody loves, especially if you're a gamer. You got RGB, because when you're a gamer, you gotta have RGB in everything that you own and purchase for your computer, and also mouse accessories. Now there's actually other things in here, but it doesn't really apply to this item itself. First of all, mass and friction, and also bounce. Mass is kind of like the weight of an object, right? Not exactly the weight, but it is the weight of that object. Friction is how much friction is on the surface, or how smooth the surface is. I'm assuming like you can do like marble ramps and stuff like that. And then bounce, how hard it will bounce. So let's leave that there. Now, this is actually the first time we actually are going to be touching some programming things due to how it is. Now, if we hit Q here, it actually shows us how to connect this button to this door. So if we grab this, we can drag this around and boom, connect it. Now, I did discover that we can actually hit this and look, we can actually create a bend in it. Now, this is great if you want to like run a different control or something like that, but you don't want to have the wires like in weird spots and stuff, like going behind other stuff. It just makes it look cleaner, you know. Now we hit this button and it opens up. Now this is actually the best little demonstration area ever that I have seen in a early access game, because look at this, they even have Pong start, and look, bonk. Then we can use this control and bring it down. Boop. 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 And it feels like it's actually speeding up a little bit too. But that is actually fantastic. If they already have something like this in game, I wonder what people will be building and programming into this game. Because this is actually quite a lot of programming in here. If we take a look, that is a yeah. This will be one a heck of a time doing. As we can see here, we got some, ball speed variables. We got some mathematics. We got upper lower limits, and this doesn't look that bad, but I haven't used advanced mathematics in a very long. Well, this is not really advanced. This is not that bad. Yeah, I'm just not like a super engineer like this. But look, there's values over here and stuff. Oh my god, this is gonna be fun. Tinkering around with. Now, if we want to go over here, this is actually some of the examples you're going to be using. Like we got a controller here. We also got a piston. We also got a, I don't know what this is. I can't touch it. Either that as well. But like we got this lamp, right? And we can actually go into the lamp. We can change the LED strip on the button. So if I want it red, we can change it to red. And then on the color of the lamp, we can change it to, like, let's say a blue, like so. And now we got a blue lamp. Now, during my little testing here, I actually discovered this. First of all, if we hit F6 on here, we get this random message. Hey, it looks like you're pressing random buttons to see if they work. This one does, and so does the next one, F6. F6, not F6, F7. This is a hidden message. Hey, this is a hidden message for anyone brave enough to be pressing random buttons. I've hidden 4 devices somewhere in the world. Can you find them? All right, we'll take up that challenge. And actually, we can even do that. We can close this up and watch this. We can do focus, right? And we can watch the camera feed. Oh, wait, nope. Hey, nope. Yes, I want to watch camera feed. And then we can do... And this is actually connected to the drone outside. So this drone that's exploring... Where is it right now? It's over by the hand. Okay, see, it's coming up. Right? That is the actual drone. And it's connected. There's a camera on the front right there. And this whole thing is connected to this like laptop device over here, which I find actually pretty cool. Now let's go over here. This is actually an excellent device for everybody that actually records in streams and they don't want to deal with like a night and day cycles, right? All you have to do is grab this lever and go whoop. You can literally change the time of day so you can get the best lighting. So if you want like a dark night setting, boom, there you go. If you want a nice bright day, there you go. Boom. You know? And it actually has a cool little thing where it actually lights up the pedestal if you have it turned to night. And I wonder if we can actually go on here. Time changer, percentiles. Okay, that's pretty cool. I bet you if a lot of people are going to be building something like this or installing something like this in their world, so that when they're doing builds or something, they're going to be using this a lot for that. This is another cool device. This is another example of a wireless RC vehicle that they have here. As you can see there, it doesn't have wheels or anything on here. And the best thing about this is you can control the altitude on it as well. It looks like it only goes so far up. And I did see that over there when I went into was fiddling around with everything. And we'll take a look at that in a little bit. But then we got this. This is actually pretty cool because you can control the speed as well as if it's going to stop or not. So right now it's stopped. Now it's on. And I can actually physically get in this as well. Like so. And now I'm on a Ferris wheel. Oh, this poor guy. He is stuck. There we go. Now, if we go over here, this actually it gives us a demonstration on how to use the sketch lab, which we kind of got a quick demonstration before, but now this kind of goes in a little deeper. Like, for instance, we can change the lights in here, which actually shows you what you can do with it. So on press, it toggles, and it toggles to a state of on, right? Now, we can increase the intensity of this. Let's say we do want to do 100%. We want to do let's do red for Halloween, because Halloween is this month. And actually, if you guys didn't know, I do have a merchandise store like so. And in the merchandise store, we actually have some Halloween stuff. So we got a long sleeve shirt here with my CWG avatar in the Halloween design here, the headless CWG, and it just says it's time for Halloween. Command Wolf Gaming, and that is a very limited supply. As in, it's only going to be around until the end of October. After that, boom, gone. And you won't see it until another year. We even have it in a short sleeve shirt and also a winter cap for those who have cold ears. I know I get cold ears during the winter, and I actually got one of these beanies myself, and it's actually fairly warm. So I do recommend getting one of these if you do get a cold head. So make sure to check it out. Very limited run on them. So yeah, link down below for those who are interested. All right, let's get back to the game. So anyway, there you go. We got a red light. Now if we hit this, it turns on and off. Now this will actually tell us how to program it. So basically, we got the button here. Well, it's not really how to program it, but how to set up the programming. And we're going to take the lamp. We're going to put this over here. And we also had like a little LED on here as well. So we're going to put that down here as well. So when we press this on, this is going to toggle the lamp on or off, right? And then we're going to do the same thing with this LED. However, on this LED, we're actually going to reverse the state. Reversing the state will make the LED be on when the lamp is off, which is actually kind of great. If you think about it, when you have a device, you kind of want to have an indicator on it to let you know if it's on or off. With that LED on, that means that light is off. Or if we wanted to have like something like almost like a cockpit design where you have this LED in the cockpit and this light, I don't know, out front or something, we can hit that and then both should be on. I kind of like the reverse status of it because then I know that that is not set. So if we go like this, we can put this on red, and I'm doing this like as an example, right? If that is on red, if we put another LED on there, we can have like a green light, right? So that means no, it's not on, but then we hit that and the green light turns on, that means that light bulb is on. All right, moving on. Next, then we got like a motor control system here. In fact, let me just show you. If we hold down the button, the motor spins, right? Now, if we go into the Sketchfab, it says on press, you get 100. Now, this actually determines the speed of the motor itself. Not really this stuff. This actually does absolutely nothing for us. So if we do this and we do, let's say, 500 on there, right? And we hit this button, there you go. It brings up to 500. Now, this is actually kind of great because if you have multiple buttons, you can program them to have different speeds, right? So you can have another button in here. Let's say this will be like another button, just for example here. And you can program this to 100, right? And then you can connect it into this as well, right? Or the connection between these two ports already exists. Okay, so it probably would have to be like, ooh, what? Or gates? Compactor, dispatcher, logic, operator. Oh my dear, oh dear. What? What? Oh dear Lord. Maybe we can do that. No. What? Okay, I don't know what to do here, guys. There's a lot of things that we would have to look into and do research on and experiment with if we decide to actually continue this game. So just hit that, boom, and if we add another button, we can program it to do a different speed, which is great because then we can have one motor with like multiple buttons for it. Then we can do this. Right, and this is actually kind of nice because this is a slider. Basically, the slider allows us to adjust the speed manually, right? So in here, we can say output position 0, mouse mapping vertical, LED stripe, whatever color, right? Then we can take this and we can say, I want to do the content of whatever this slider is. So if it's at 100%, it will give me a number, and it's just going to give me a generic number. I'm going to do no decimal because I hate decimals, right? And then we can go like that, and it will give us a number percentile output. So, which is actually kind of great. And then we can change up the background, so we can have like a dark blue, and then we can do like a white background, right? Like so, and that'll change that, which makes it kind of like cleaner and nicer for builds. Then over here, this actually gives us a percentage mapper. This actually allows us to change the speed of the item. So we can actually jack this up from this 2 value up to like, let's say 750, right? So then if we jack this, that goes to 750. Now this is actually kind of cool as well. We can do this and we can do the content, right? And like I was saying before, we can actually make this a little cleaner like that. And it'll tell us what the content is on the slider. So this is at 750 RPMs, revolution per minute. Now, I think we can actually do this as well. We can do this. No, I want to do this to here. Like so. And that'll tell us that the switch is at 100%, even though it's not giving an output. Now with this, again, we can put another indicator on here, LCD display, which just gives us the RPM. So this is actually nice to have. Now, this here is I don't know what this is. Well, that says 100%, but I know on here, this is actually pretty cool. Let me do it real quick. Okay, so this is actually a pretty simple setup type of thing here. So first of all, we take this knob and it says sub. Then we move it to CWG. So you gotta sub to Command Wolf Gaming because this device has told you to. This is actually pretty easy setup on here. See, as you can see here, this has the knob. It has a range tester, which actually allows you to set the different ranges, right? And we can do either text or we can do, I don't know, Boolean here, numbers. Just like a bunch of different things here. Let's do a Boolean. I don't know what Boolean is. I'm interested to see what it does here. Yeah, come on. False. I don't think I did that right. But whatever it is because honestly we can go on to the next thing. So remember, sub to CWG, Command Wolf Gaming. And obviously on the screen we can change the states here. Alright, moving on. So on here, I think this is just a more advanced example of that one. If we go in here, it says variable writer. So we got a digital gauge, LCD, and knob. Okay, our piece of data, variable writer. Notice how there isn't a connection to the value property of the digital gauge. Yes, I don't see that. And it still works. That's because its data type has been set to val variable. Okay. Can you change the data type of the content on the LCD to the val variable? Okay, so let's see. So if I write this continuous, we're gonna do on, and this will go to, can we do, wait, did I do that right? I don't think I did that right. No, I did not. No, I cannot because I don't know what to do. Let's see. Continue. Oh, there. Yes. Variable name. Val. Okay, cool. Continue. We're going to do... Wait, how do I do this? I'm so confused. Our piece of data type can reference as data type. In this case, the knob writes its output analog value to the variable writer. Duh. Okay. For the variable val. To the variable writer for the variable val. Okay, yeah, cool. Notice how there isn't a connection to the value property on the digital gauge. Yes. And it still works. Notice that's because it's a data type. Okay. Variables can be created by opening up the variables window in the upper left. Okay. Okay. All right. Can you change the data type, which we did, right? Of the content on the LCD to the val variable. So if we go like this, boom, and go like that, and I think that should change that. There we go. Okay, that kind of makes sense, I guess. All right. Anyway, I wanted to do some exploring. I know we got some build stuff here, but I kind of want to save that for another episode. So, but if we go over, I have poor little drone. That little drone keeps getting stuck. I saw this thing over here, so I want to go over here. And we finally got a build bar. Okay, W twice, and I guess that's to, yep, sprint. C goes under, space times 2. Oh, whoa! Hello, goodbye. I don't think we have a maximum altitude. So let's go back down here. What is this? A magic 6-wheel. Right. Okay. Huh. Huh. Math. Oi. Okay. Will people sub to Command Wolf Gaming? Absolutely. Should people sub to Command Wolf Gaming? Possibly. Let's try that again. Should people sub to Command Wolf Gaming? Science point to yes. Okay. Should people buy some of the comfortable merchandise that we have in our merchandise store, especially the Halloween special stuff that they will not see for a whole nother year? Science point to yes, so make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below, and also hit the merchandise store and pick up one of the Halloween exclusive stuff here. Okay, what? So it looks like we got no maximum height here. All right, I want to look around to see if we can find any like hidden. What was that? There was like something there in midair. Hidden stuff, because they said there's like 4 hidden items. Oh wow. Okay, so we got a vehicle here right out of the gate. Boop. So I'm guessing this is another hidden object. So that is 2. Okay. Power on. Oh, that's cool. Lights, motor. Oh man, this is cool. The third person view. I wish there was a third person view, but my God, this is fun. Okay, let's just park it right here. Okay. And that's like a nice looking vehicle too. That is pretty cool. Let's hit that so it doesn't roll away. Let's see if we can find anything else here. Oh, hey, look! We got, what is this? Oh, it's Space Invaders. Okay, so this is what I was saying before. Like, if people, like, this game allows you to do so much more than, like, Scrap Mechanic or Trailmakers. Don't get me wrong, they're still pretty good games, right? Or they're still very good games, to be specific. But, like, look at this. I'm playing actual Space Invaders on here. Now I don't... Is there? Oh, yeah, there is a score counter, too. That's actually pretty good. I actually never played Space Invaders when I was young, but yeah, that's... Okay, so that was 3. So there's one more hidden object somewhere. Oh! I went by this before. What is this? Cave of Developers. Marco Bancale, Patrick Corrore, Michelle Postpichel, Joy Sigurds, Javier Villalba. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your names. This is pretty cool. I guess this is the 4th secret, because I don't think there is any more, right? Yeah, okay, cool. This is the 4th little secret. That's a pretty cool thing to have in here, a little shrine. I don't think there is anything else. I think it was just the vehicle, the Magic 6 die, as well as that Space Invaders game. So, yeah, I think that is it. I think if I'm going to do another episode, which I really feel like I'm going to do another episode, I think I'll do something that involves building. You really like to get stuck, don't you? That's what I... Seriously? I'm going to physically move you over here because you're dirt. There you go. So, yeah, because it looks like there is some, like, building stuff we're going to have to learn, like scaling, rotates, detach, delete, reset, pin, paint, attach, build, flashlight, small base, plasma, cannons. And, ooh, it says create a new world to be able to freely build in. You will be teleported there immediately. Not yet. We'll come back to it. So, anyway, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today here on Command Wolf Gaming. I hope you enjoyed the footage. Did you guys know only about 5% of you are actually subscribed to the channel? That's right, only about 5% of you are actually subscribed to the channel. I forgot to actually show you guys this. Watch this. This guy follows. Look at that. It'll take him some time to get over here. Anyway, only about 5% of you actually subscribe to the channel, so make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below because all the subscriptions do help the channel. Also, check out my merchandise store. Like I said before, we actually updated the merchandise store with our new Halloween edition long sleeve and also short sleeve as well beanie shirts. And as you can see here, it actually has Headless CWG on there for in honor of Halloween. And again, long sleeve, short sleeve. And also we have the beanie itself. Now, I always say this in every single episode. I always buy this stuff to use myself to ensure it's super comfortable, and it is comfortable. So make sure to pick up your merchandise in the link down below. Hey, little buddy, you finally got to me. Now, also check out my Odyssey channel. It is odysee.com. That is, again, that is odysee.com/@CommandWolfGaming. Where it actually will have some additional. It will have some additional episodes as well as stuff you're not going to see here on YouTube. So make sure to check that out. Anyway, like I always say, folks, like, subscribe, and share. Spread the love. And hope to see you next time here on Command Wolf Gaming. Bye-bye now.